Guyan. Currently living in Marbella in the south of Spain, and until recently I was the director of a recruitment business with my husband. My own personal journey really led me to wanting to become a personal trainer. Really enjoyed my own journey and started to realise how good your body is supposed to feel, and I wanted to be able to help other people to have similar and the same experience, but felt that what my journey had been wasn't necessarily the right experience or knowledge that I needed to pass on, and that I needed to make sure that I could fill in the gaps, get a proper accreditation so that I was giving factual and correct information to people to prevent them being injured or to be making mistakes, so that I could deliver what I know to the best of my ability. I did a bit of research before I chose EPT, because there's so many courses out there. Lots of courses out there that will promise you the world, you know, how quick and easy it is to be a PT, and then you guys were recommended, and I had the opportunity to come over and actually see the facilities, have a look around at where I would be training, and got to ask some questions, which when I got the answers to those questions made me thought, well, this is actually going to be a bit of a journey, a bit of an experience, and that perhaps I don't know all that I think I do know, and there's quite a lot to take on board, and this is going to be a challenge for me, but it's actually a better approach to take on board something that, you know, let's get a bit more deeper into what's going on here. So having spoken to yourself, actually, it made me feel you gave it a professional approach, that it was a lot more thorough, that the whole situation was taken quite seriously. Actually, that, you know, what I was taking on board was quite important, and that gave me the impression that I was going to come away with the best accreditation that I could get. It's not easy to become a good personal trainer. You know, there's a lot to take on board. You need to be very open-minded into that. I think I was a bit worried as well that there'd be a lot of people that were younger than me, because I'm at an older stage in my life where I'm almost 40 and I'm making this big change in my career, so I thought there'd be quite a lot of younger people. So I was a little bit worried about that, but there's been a real mix of people that are at the same age as me, a little bit older, a little bit younger, and it just brings a nice balance and lots of different approaches into what we've experienced over the last couple of weeks. And I wasn't sure really at the beginning which bit to start with first, and then I had the Sky chat with you, which clarified everything. And then it's that taking that plunge, isn't it? Getting that right, okay, today's going to be the day that I'm going to start this, and started going through it and started going through the manual, and then the more you kind of submerge yourself into it and set that time aside to make sure that you're getting into it, it's really simple to use. It's not rocket science, is it? It's very easy to use, no complications with actually using the system, very detailed information. It's easy to sit and listen to with the active IQ system when that lady's going through, and it gives you those little points afterwards just to confirm that you've understood where you're at to. That's then reiterated with the coursework that you're doing as well, so it's reaffirming that information. And then obviously you've got some questions that come up a bit later on as well, so just kind of make sure that with the manual, it all kind of it just works quite seamlessly, really, doesn't it? A lot of it was quite self-explanatory. You know, we had a chat when we met up first of all, and then along the way we had the Skype call, and in the members area you put things in about, you know, making yourself available for different things at different times. So there was always that prompt in the background. But every time I submitted any coursework, the feedback that would come back with it, whether it needed some corrections on it, whether there was some guidance on it, there was always that level of availability there, you know, especially with when I needed anything or needed any information. It was so instant that, you know, you can keep that continuous flow, so it didn't cause any kind of complications at all. It was brilliant. Way above my expectations. Again, I did say I was nervous about the whole failure thing and the intensity of doing so many things over 2 weeks. I was a bit worried about my ability to be able to retain and take everything in, but the way it was delivered from the offset, from the first day, from that practical element of getting us straight in there, but with relevance as well. There's been no waffle, everything's been clearly described, explained, very methodically as well, so it's been easy to absorb, with the little takeaways like working in a team, just to kind of take on board what's being demonstrated or shown, so that information's retained there, and it all's flown one into the other. And a lot of the stuff that we've been given, I feel that it's not just to get us to help us to pass or survive this week. There's some tools to take us on to keep on growing and progressing, moving forward. A great bunch, aren't they? Great bunch of good guys, really good guys. Again, you know, I think there's a lot to do with the way that people interact with you and deliver things. It's just a no-nonsense approach, nice and friendly, kept it very light-hearted when it needed to be. There was a bit of, the sincerity when it needed to be a little bit more serious. Nice tempo, good flow. The process of opening your mind to the information and actually to think about your client and to put yourself into their perspective as well as keeping yourself open to continually progressing your own professional skills and knowledge as you move forward with it, and how important it is to take on board the information that's available. It's been a big learning thing, rather than kind of having the approach which I may well have had from time to time of, I know everything, and realising that I don't. And it's really beneficial to learn. I've realised as well that this has given me a taste for wanting to do more, so really would like to continue to open my mind and progress my education in the industry so that I can continue to develop and perhaps get more specialised into the dietary side of things, looking more into special populations as well. But before I start running, I want to walk through what I've learned so far, build up my confidence with it, and be able to give what I've learned here in the last 2 weeks, 6 months, and over the last 10 years back to people, to be able to help them to really experience how good their bodies are designed to feel from a physical point of view, from a mental point of view as well, from a total fitness point of view. And I feel that I've got that confidence now. I'm giving credible advice to people, and I can give it to groups of people, I can give it to one-on-one. I've got a whole bag of tricks, so if somebody doesn't want to be just in the gym, I can take them outside, I can go through some MST with them, I can do kettlebells, or I can get them involved in a group scenario. So I feel like I've got lots to offer going forward, rather than just being pigeonholed.